The Xenomorphs, renowned as formidable and lethal organisms, possess an arsenal of naturally existing biological weapons that make them adept predators. Their bodies are living weapons equipped with razor-sharp claws, a spear-like tail of remarkable maneuverability, and a mouth within a mouth. While the tail stands out as a particularly deadly attribute, the claws follow closely behind, capable of inflicting devastating damage in close combat situations. Stealth is one of the most perilous traits possessed by the Xenomorphs, allowing them to silently approach their prey before striking. Once in close proximity to their target, the Xenomorphs employ their tongue with precision, speed, and remarkable power, making it an unparalleled finishing move. While the tail excels at long-range attacks, the claws serve in hand-to-hand combat against equally formidable foes. In this video, we delve into the diverse array of naturally existing biological weapons wielded by the Xenomorphs, exploring the deadly efficiency of each mechanism and the evolutionary advantages that make them such formidable hunters. From their stealthy approach to the swift and devastating strikes of their tongue, we uncover the unparalleled lethal prowess of these extraordinary creatures. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. Number 1. The Xenomorph's most terrifying weapon, the inner jaws, or pharyngeal jaw. In Alien number 8, penned by Philip Kennedy Johnson with stunning art by Salvador Larroca and Guru EFX, a crashed spaceship leads to unimaginable horrors on a distant moon's human settlement. When two fearless souls venture inside the wrecked vessel hoping to assess potential damage, they end up finding the stuff of nightmares. Out of nowhere, a sneaky Xenomorph pounces on one of the investigators, unleashing its toothy tongue right through the back of his head. And, as could be expected, the skull punctures and explodes in a gory spectacle of brilliance. As the other human dashes through the ship, he finds another victim, ensnarled by the slimy mucus produced by these monstrous Xenomorphs. Before you can even blink, the creature strikes again, thrusting its deadly tongue through the victim's head, snuffing out life in an instant. But what makes these inner jaws so spine-chillingly lethal? Let's break it down. Capable of extending up to half a meter from the Xenomorph's head, these piston-like appendages pack an insane punch. Bone and metal are no match for their striking force, estimated to be between 70 to 100 psi. Now that's deadly. The signature move of these creepy critters is called the head bite, where they pierce the victim's skull, obliterating the brain within. But of course, the inner jaws aren't just headhunters. They've been known to deliver deadly blows to other sensitive areas like the neck and chest, basically any body part that would prove fatal. Before the attack, these Xenomorphs love to build up suspense, pausing just before the strike. They'll peel back what looks like their lips, revealing their mouth, and then BAM! The inner jaws shoot out with lightning speed, accompanied by a hissing sound. What's even scarier is that we don't fully understand the inner jaw's purpose beyond being a piston-like killing machine. Comparisons to similar pharyngeal jaws on Earth hint at a potential role in food consumption, but the Xenomorph's dietary habits remain a mystery. Now, we have explored these Xenomorph mysteries in another video of ours. You can learn a lot about their purpose, anatomy, relationship with the engineers, and much more there. I'll leave a link down in the description. Anyways, these inner jaws aren't always rigid and ready for action. When Ripley 8 ripped one of these babies from a deceased cloned Xenomorph aboard the USM Auriga, it was all flaccid. Yeah, you heard us right. So it seems like these organs are only stiff and primed for destruction when the creature is alive and kicking. Number 2. Deadly Appendage. The Xenomorph's tail as a lethal weapon. I think it's no surprise to you that a Xenomorph is a total pro when it comes to stalking its prey. It can run on all fours, but it prefers to stand tall on its two hind legs, giving it the reach it needs to snatch victims with its arms. Well on its feet, this monstrous nightmare has been known to impale its unfortunate prey with its tail, hoisting creatures heavier than itself to eye level. The tail is an incredibly efficient weapon in the Xenomorph's arsenal. It's super long, allowing the beast to strike from a distance, catching its victims off guard. And that's not all. This wicked tail is quite versatile. I mean, we've seen Xenomorphs using it to knock the legs out from under their enemies and get the victim in a position for a head bite or face bite with those gnarly secondary jaws. With its flexible tail, the Xenomorph can strike from sneaky positions, making it a master of surprise and stealth. And trust me, when that sharp point of the tail cuts through, it's game over for the unlucky victim. Even if you think you've managed to lop off the pointy tip, the Xenomorph can still use the damaged tail to spray its lethal acid blood over a wide area. They also get creative with their tail, using it as a blunt force weapon, clubbing their foes with those vicious tail spikes. It's like a full-on monster melee out there. Furthermore, the Yautja know just how deadly the Xenomorph's tail can be. They're not above harvesting the tailbones to create acid-proof weapons of their own. But you know what? There's much more about these lethal appendages that many are unaware of. In the original treatment of aliens, the alien's tail is presented as much more than a blunt force or sharp weapon. It's a venomous stinger capable of paralyzing its prey before delivering a deadly blow. Hicks comes across Apone, a crew member and the unfortunate victim of the Xenomorph's venomous tail. A single purple puncture wound was found in his bloodless body. Apone initially appears alive but paralyzed and utterly helpless because of the venom. And, just like a scorpion's stinger, the Xenomorph's tail is equipped with a powerful neurotoxin, targeting non-vital parts of the nervous system while leaving critical functions untouched. This helps in keeping the victim alive for future facehugger impregnation. Having said that, the Xenomorph is clever and adaptable. It adjusts the dosage of the toxin to suit different potential hosts. In Alan Dean Foster's novelization, the horrors of the venomous tail are further explored. As the survivors struggle to understand the impact of the toxin on Apone, they discover that the venom metabolizes within the body, almost as if the human form can adapt to its deadly intrusion. Though not included in the final film, the concept is fairly intriguing and could have made xenomorphs deadlier than they already are. Number 3. Corrosive defense. Xenomorph's acidic blood is a lethal weapon. The Xenomorphs use their very blood as a corrosive defensive shield. Now let's talk about composition, shall we? The exact makeup of a Xenomorph's blood is shrouded in controversy, and its sheer corrosiveness makes it rather difficult to kill the biomechanical monsters. It is speculated that it might be sulfuric acid or hydrofluoric acid, but truth be told, we're still theorizing. The blood is a shade of dull yellow with occasional hints of green. While it's a potent corrosive force, it has a habit of quickly oxidizing the air, which sometimes helps in getting down the corrosive nature. But does the blood affect the Xenomorphs themselves? Some think that Xenomorphs might be immune to their own acidic blood, thanks to nature's biometallic wizardry. But there's also a possibility that their blood is a heavy fluorine-based compound, which might explain the blood's explosive reaction when set on fire. The in-universe firm LaSalle Bionational's groundbreaking research reveals that this acid isn't just something that can be used for offense and defense. Their research suggests that the blood could serve as a biological battery, generating bioelectric charge through some mysterious chemical reaction, which makes sense because we don't see Xenomorphs practicing traditional respiration or digestion. Xenomorphs tap into this energy source, which gives them the stamina to survive even in the harsh vacuum of space. It's also the secret behind the ovomorph stage's prolonged dormancy. How did these creepy eggs stay alive and kicking for ages? Well, all thanks to the electrifying energy coming from their own internal liquid battery. So yes, this blood is way more potent than one may think, and it is necessary for the blood to serve so many functions because the Xenomorphs don't really know what kind of enemies they would be facing and what super hostile environment they might be facing them in. Number 4. Razor-sharp arsenal. Xenomorph claws and teeth as lethal weapons. The dog alien, or ox alien, alternatively referred to as the runner alien in expanded universe stories, made its debut in the film Alien 3. This eerie creature shares a fundamental physical configuration and instincts with its predecessors in the franchise, but distinct differences arise with the host it originates from. Depending on the version, it hatches from either a dog in the theatrical cut or an ox in the novelized version and assembly cut. In its adult state, the dog alien primarily adopts a quadrupedal posture, boasting digitigrade hind legs and notably lacking the dorsal tube seen in the human-spawned variety. A marked divergence in behavior is that this alien exhibits traits reminiscent of a dog or another quadrupedal creature. It leans forward using its mouth rather than its front legs, as its primary weapon to viciously attack and maul its helpless victims are its extremely formidable teeth. Furthermore, its large clawed talons can tear through human flesh and many other objects with ease, making it a relentless predator. The primary jaws of this creature boast an astonishing bite strength, estimated to reach a staggering 6,000 pounds per square inch. a force capable of inflicting severe damage upon its prey. For perspective, the bite strength of an adult male lion is merely 650 psi. In the original Alien film, the Xenomorph's teeth were crafted from a material called dental acrylic. Moreover, the creature's mouth tendons were fashioned from shredded and stretched condoms. The creative brilliance of H.R. Giger and Carlo Rambaldi in conceptualizing the Alien garnered them the 1980 Academy Award for Visual Effects. Number 5. Natural Armor Offense. Xenomorph's mesoskeleton as an impromptu weapon. The Xenomorph's mesoskeleton is also very crucial to its survival, providing both defensive capabilities and an impromptu offensive weapon when the need arises. This resilient exoskeleton grants the creature exceptional physical strength, endurance, and resistance to external forces. In certain combat situations, the Xenomorph can leverage its sturdy mesoskeleton to bludgeon or crush adversaries, effectively turning its own body into a formidable weapon. Composed of a silicon-based shell, the Xenomorph's mesoskeleton offers remarkable natural defense, shielding the creature from a wide range of environmental extremes, including the vacuum of space. But this has its limits. This fortified exterior is highly resistant to physical damage and also serves as an efficient insulator, effectively concealing the Xenomorph's thermal signature and safeguarding it from extreme temperatures. The rigid nature of the mesoskeleton necessitates periodic shedding of the outer skin as the Xenomorph grows, akin to the process observed in various insect and reptile species on Earth. Despite its resilience, rapid and extreme temperature fluctuations have been known to render the mesoskeleton brittle and prone to shattering. Moreover, while the mesoskeleton remains impervious to the Xenomorph's own potent acidic blood, it is vulnerable to other forms of acid, as seen during encounters with the crew of the Marion on LV-178. Number 6. Silent Menace. Xenomorph's dormancy is a stealthy strategy. The Xenomorphs can enter a dormant state, displaying unparalleled proficiency in stealth and ambush tactics. With their black carapace providing effective camouflage in shadows and resin-based structures they construct, these creatures can lie in wait for extended periods without any detectable movement or breath, rendering them virtually invisible to unsuspecting prey. Within their hive environments and other constructed habitats, the Xenomorphs further capitalize on their dormant state, using the resinous structures to blend seamlessly into walls and floors. This enables them to act as efficient ambush predators, creating an exceedingly challenging predicament for potential targets. In the first film, the Xenomorph eggs also had the ability to sense intruders by detecting changes in a mist-like substance believed to be a containment field created by Malakak, also known as the Space Jockey. When this mist was disturbed, the facehuggers within the eggs appeared to be alerted and embarked on a quest for potential hosts. Speaking of space jockeys, we just released our anatomy video on space jockeys, aka the engineers. You'll get to know all about their curious bodies, and we've answered some really intriguing questions in that video. Do check it out. Anyways, the Xenomorph queens are more adept at staying in a dormant state for prolonged periods, and these periods can extend to several millennia. Number 7. Predator's perfection. Xenomorph senses honed for the hunt. Research conducted by LaSalle Bionational has also shed light on the exceptional sensory abilities of the Xenomorphs. Their findings, which were published in Aliens Magazine Volume 2, Number 11 by Dark Horse in 1993, provide valuable insights into the creature's senses and hunting abilities. Xenomorphs possess 3 distinct senses that enable them to effectively locate and track their prey. Delicate vibration-sensitive organs are situated along the sides of their elongated heads, allowing them to perceive atmospheric vibrations or sounds. This auditory sense serves as the creature's primary means of navigating and understanding its environment, akin to the echolocation employed by terrestrial bats. In addition to their auditory acuity, Xenomorphs possess thermosensitive organs located at the front of their skulls. This enables them to detect even minute variations in body heat, thus effectively locating potential victims. Furthermore, Xenomorphs have vestigial eyes with limited functionality, possibly facilitating their ability to sense one another within their social structure. Although lacking conventional lens-based photosensitive visual organs, their other heightened senses more than compensate for this deficiency. Curiously, Dr. Paul Church, introduced in Aliens Labyrinth, made a groundbreaking discovery regarding Xenomorphs' sensory capabilities. He technology identified an organ within the creature that enabled them to detect electromagnetic fields in the brains of potential prey. That is why a xenomorph attacks more violently when the victim is already less afraid. Additionally, the xenos have thermoreactive organs discreetly positioned behind the frontal plate of their skull. This plate is composed of the C60 carbon lattice, renowned for its exceptional conductive properties. Curiously, despite lacking conventional ocular organs, the vestigial photosensitive receptors are thought to contribute to the creature's depth perception during predatory attacks. It is also hypothesized that these organs may enable the xenomorphs to perceive one another, as their remarkably low body heat would otherwise render them invisible to their thermal receptors. LaSalle's research unveiled an intriguing aspect of the xenomorph's sensitivity to pheromone signals, potentially explaining why the Yautja cloak, an advanced camouflage system used by the fearsome predators, is ineffective against them. Moreover, their distinct psychic receiver organ, positioned at the forefront of their head, is lined with compound cells of fullerite-encased herlantium. This organ plays a unique role in picking up E-waves and creating interference patterns from electromagnetic fields, effectively allowing the xenomorph to receive brainwaves from other organisms. This mechanism enables the creature to assess the subtle body characteristics of potential prey, contributing to its exceptional hunting efficiency. You could say that they have their personal MRI scanners in their bodies. However, LaSalle personnel discovered that low-intensity ultrasound pulses could stun xenomorphs, rendering them inert, which is how they could be studied in the first place. This revelation eventually led to the development of specialized weapons, like the sound cannon, designed to incapacitate these killing machines. Number 8. Pack Hunters. Xenomorphs' deadly cooperation for collective predation. Xenomorphs have a thing for collective hunting through coordinated actions and problem-solving abilities. The xenomorph's ability to work together in tandem is exemplified by their proficiency in both capturing and herding prey. In certain instances, they have demonstrated cunning problem-solving skills. Notably, in the 1997 movie Alien Resurrection, two xenomorphs ingeniously used acidic blood from a deceased companion to secure their escape from confinement. Furthermore, the special edition of James Cameron's 1986 film Aliens depicted xenomorphs adapting their tactics when faced with obstacles, redirecting their efforts and even utilizing the ceiling to evade automated sentry guns. Within xenomorph society, a caste system is followed by everyone, and different individuals assume distinct roles. While the extent of social hierarchy remains uncertain, certain types of xenomorphs, notably the Praetorians and Queens, display evident control and superiority over their more common counterparts. While some xenomorphs operate individually, their rapid and prolific reproductive tendencies lead them to be commonly encountered in groups. Often likened to an infestation, they quickly spread and consume suitable host organisms in their vicinity. Establishing a central nest or hive, typically overseen by an egg-laying queen, the xenomorphs send raiding parties into the surrounding area to capture additional hosts. These captives are then brought back to the hive to create more xenomorphs. In some cases, smaller satellite hives may form, housing just a few xenomorphs, enabling victims to be cocooned and impregnated even far from the queen's presence. Marvelous verdict! The Alien franchise stands as a timeless classic, beckoning us to explore its depths and unravel the mysteries that lie ahead. But I am not entirely sure where it's headed and how Disney will deal with the franchise. All we can do is prepare for the worst, but hope for the best, much like colonial marines do when they go out on their little adventures on xenomorph-infested planets. That's all for now, but if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, stay safe out there, and have a marvelous day.